Good morning, Overlanders. Dave, Weekend Overlanding. Making a real short video here compared to what I normally do. I normally run about a 10 to 15 minute video. This is going to be a lot shorter. Discussion about our fall color tour again. A little bit of a supplement video, if you will. Accommodations. Been some question about accommodations. Let's start with this. First thing about accommodations is we are not organizing accommodations for the Friday night, the day before the rendezvous. We are going to rendezvous in the Toma Sparta area. So we're not, it's all up to you guys. So whether you want to make the 3.5 hour or so drive the morning of Saturday, the 6th, that's up to you. You can do that if you'd like. But my suggestion is not, because you're gonna start the day with almost 4 hours under your belt at 7:30 in the morning. Not a good idea, because we're gonna have a good 12-hour day. So my suggestion is to freely figure out where to book. If you guys want some suggestions on where I may be staying or Thomas may be staying, those are suggestions. You can contact us once again. Obviously message below, message on the Facebook page. Also, weekendoverlanding@gmail.com, info@chicagooverlanding.com if you want to talk to Thomas. Anyway, that's the first part of lodging. That's out of the way. The next part is this. We have organized. We have spent countless hours researching, discussing for group events. A lot of places don't like a group coming in all at once. They want special reservations, special event reservations, and blocked off dates and all that kind of fun stuff. So we found a place. Information will be on our Facebook page. Plus, again, you can contact me or Thomas. Mention the emails before or message somewhere, whether it's below this video or on the Facebook page. Now, we want you to book camping, or technically there is one cabin left, but there's also other lodging nearby. So if it comes down to the point where you really want to go and there's no lodging that's not tent or camp or car camping of some sort, and you want indoor because you need it for whatever reason, contact us again. We will help you choose a place, or at least point you in the right direction. We don't want to, and there's places within 15-minute drive or so. So the beauty of that is you can hang out. We can do all of our evening events, and you can hop back in your rig and make a quick 15-minute run to another accommodation, and then get up in the morning an extra 15 minutes early, make it back for rendezvous. So when booking, you need to book 2 days. Saturday night, then you have to book Sunday night. Well, you really don't. Once again, just like you don't have to, but nothing's required, obviously. But it is highly recommended, because back to camp is roughly an hour and a half, an hour, 40-minute drive. And we're going to do that about 4 o'clock-ish. So we get back close to 6. I mean, if you really want to take you want to leave from there and take a 7-hour drive back to Chicago or wherever, you're more than welcome to do so, obviously. Just not recommended. Again, the reason it's not recommended is a lot of deer out in that area, a lot of animals, and high probability of an animal strike, especially when you're tired and you've had 8-9 hours of trail driving under you. So again, not suggested, but you can do what you want. So in the accommodations, you want Saturday night, Sunday night, with a checkout of Monday. Place we're staying at, camping is $30 a night for a spot. That is non-refundable. Not my rules, the camp's rules, especially when we're dealing with with groups. So it's not the end of the world, but it's the reason we chose a private camp versus a state park deal, and there's a question about that too. And part of the reason we did as such is camping in a state park would be a couple of bucks less, you know, because these are primitive spots. Both where we're staying in a state park would be primitive spots. The big caveat to doing a state park is you need to have, and I've got one of those here, I always keep one of those, is a Wisconsin State Parks pass. So you may ask, well, what's a Wisconsin State Parks pass? Well, it's a little sticker you get. The thing is, it's like about 50 bucks. Don't quote me on the price. It's somewhere, I'm going to say it's between 30 and 50. So, for a non-resident. So you have to buy that. It's good for a year. That's the good part. Well, if you buy it this late in the season, it's not good for the whole year, but that's another discussion. So you end up with a pass you may not use again. You may have a pass, that's okay. But the point is, let's say you spend 50 bucks on the pass, plus you spend, let's say 25 bucks a night. You're still spending more than if you were to spend for this camping. So, once again, there's a lot of research. This is where we talk about how much time Thomas and I devote, also with mapping. So that was a bit. Those are the questions on that. As far as what time we leave on Sunday to return to Chicago, you know, that's wholly up to each individual. We can discuss this as a group before we leave. We don't have to check out until like noon, but I'll probably be leaving somewhere in the morning, maybe 9 o'clock or so. We do not have to drive back in a group. Some of you had some concern saying that you know, you don't want to keep a certain pace, or you want to keep a certain pace, and there's, as far as we're concerned, the event ends there, but being able to caravan back, that's something we can discuss then too. But next step from there, moving on from lodging, forms will be available shortly, which are the entry forms that you're going to have to fill out. Most likely going to be online. We will probably have printed copies too at the next Caffeine Caravan. And those, you're going to have to fill it out. And there is a part on the bottom you're going to sign, which is basically a indemnifier for both the clubs and groups that are involved. So, long story short, you got to fill that out, and there's going to be a section, and we will be collecting the fee for the event. The fee for the event, we haven't decided if we're just going to make it a PayPal thing or one way or another, but we will figure out that in the near future. All of this should be available at our next Caffeine Caravan, which should be at the end of the month. For details, check out our Facebook page or email us once again. Besides that, if you got any questions on what vehicles can make it and what can't, go ahead and contact us. Now, you got to remember, we are doing this as a beginner introductory event. There will not be technical. There are questions about this. Hey, If you say, I don't understand, I want adventure, I want to push my limits of my truck, I want to do this, I've been doing this for years, this is not the event for you, and you're welcome to join us. It'll be fun to have you, but we will call it quits and find a reroute around an area that may be too technical, too deep, or the possibility of everybody getting stuck. Not everyone's vehicle that is joining us are going to be up to the same level of off-road capability. We're going to have stuff already. It looks like we're going to have stuff from giant 6x6 military vehicles with central tire inflation and, you know, crazy locking portal axles and all that insanity, and giant winches, to Discovery Sports. We may have a Subaru. We're discussing with somebody right now. He's looking at his schedule. He's thinking about bringing a brand new Subaru. So we're going to have the whole gamut run. And we are going to figure out the most expeditious, safe, best, easiest, and most family-friendly and enjoyable way to do this. And this will show everybody the difference between just a road trip and what overlanding is. And if you want to take that up 6, 7, 8 notches and go crazy and do, I'm camping Moab and I'm building a truck and all that, great. If you go, you know what, this is a little too much for me and I want to back it down, this will give people the opportunity, without buying a whole bunch of equipment, without having a whole bunch of knowledge. You don't even have to know how to read a map. You don't even have to have Navi software. You have to have pretty much nothing except for that small list of stuff that I suggested that, it's actually not suggested, it's mandatory to have on the trip. Meaning you need to have a shovel. I'm doing this from memory, remember, so give me a moment. From memory, you're going to need shovel. You're going to need GMRS, FRS radios. You're going to need water, first aid kit, a few other items like that. Remember, see the other video and contact us if you need any more information on that. And once again, thanks for watching my videos. Please hit the like button, share it with other groups, get them involved too. The more the merrier. Also, comment below, comment on my Facebook page, or for the group's Facebook page, comment, email us at weekendoverlanding@gmail.com, or you can contact Thomas of Chicago Overlanding, info@chicagooverlanding.com. Have yourself a great day.